The laugh still echoes. Crystal glasses clinking. A chandelier humming overhead like a crown of knives. He loosened his tie, billionaire confidence heavy in the air, and rested a hand on my shoulder, not kindly, testing weight, like checking if a chair will hold. "This is my driver," he said. "He's like furniture, always there, never noticed." The room exploded with laughter. Faces blurred into teeth and wine, applause without hands. And then I saw her. My wife, head thrown back, laughing harder than anyone. I nodded. I always nodded. You don't react in public. You don't break character when the room has already decided you're invisible. That was the night I decided to finish what I started 5 years earlier. I wasn't always furniture. When she met me, I was sharp, quiet, yes, but observant. She loved that I listened, that I remembered small things. We built a life on rituals, late dinners, shared playlists, promises that ambition wouldn't swallow us whole. Then she got the job. Executive assistant to a man whose name bent rooms. Promotions came fast. Her clothes changed. Her phone started sleeping face down. When he offered me the driver position, private salary, trusted access, she sold it to me as temporary. A foot in the door. 5 years passed. I drove him everywhere. Board meetings, closed-door dinners, hotels where I waited in the car long after midnight. I learned his habits, his tells, his vices. Powerful men forget the help is listening. My wife stopped coming home early. The truth didn't explode. It leaked. A lipstick shade she never wore before. A calendar invite she forgot to delete. His cologne lingering on her coat. Then he started calling her by a nickname only I used. The final confirmation came quietly. I was waiting outside his penthouse, windows down, music low, when he took a call. He didn't see me in the mirror. "She's safe," he said. "Her husband's loyal, dumb, grateful." I turned off the engine and felt my heartbeat slow into something useful. Pain is loud. Planning is silent. I didn't confront. I prepared. I studied contracts in parking garages. Took night classes online, business law, asset structures, shell companies. I memorized dates. Recorded conversations, legal ones, in one-party jurisdictions. I followed the money. Where it moved when people thought no one was watching. He trusted me with keys, phones, documents tossed carelessly onto the back seat. He signed without reading. Men like him believe their name protects them. I formed an LLC under my mother's maiden name. Then another. Then a trust. I waited. The opening came disguised as generosity. He wanted to expand. Needed local partners for a property acquisition. Handle the logistics, he said. You're reliable, invisible. I nodded. I made sure the paperwork listed the trust as a temporary holding entity. He skimmed. Signed. Flew to Monaco. Temporary is a dangerous word when you don't read the fine print. Then came the party. His victory lap. My humiliation. Furniture doesn't bleed. Furniture doesn't remember. I drove him home that night. Dropped him off. Drove my wife back in silence. She didn't apologize. She slept easily. I lay awake, counting exits. My phone rang before sunrise. His voice was stripped of polish, raw, panicked. "Sir," he said, "why is your name on the company deed?" I didn't answer right away. I poured coffee. Let the silence stretch. "Because you signed it," I said. "Because I was holding it. Because you never thought to ask who was listening." He threatened. Then begged. Then went quiet. By noon, lawyers circled. By evening, the board knew. By the next week, the press smelled blood. Conflicts of interest. Improper transfers. His empire didn't fall. It fractured. Slowly. Publicly. I watched from the driver's seat as he was escorted out of the building he once owned. My wife came home furious. She accused me of betrayal. Of ruining her future. I listened. I always did. When she finished, I handed her the papers. Divorce. Evidence timelines. A clause leaving her with exactly what she brought into the marriage. Nothing more. Her hands shook as she read. For the first time, she looked at me like a stranger. "You planned this," she whispered. I nodded. The final meeting was private. A rented office. Smaller than his old one. No laughter. No audience. You used me, he said. No, I replied. I learned from you. He asked what I wanted. I told him the truth. I wanted you to feel small, just once. To know what it's like to be dismissed while the room laughs. I stood. He didn't. I don't drive anymore. I own a quiet portfolio. I sleep well. I walk into rooms and choose where I sit. Sometimes I remember the laughter. It doesn't hurt now. It reminds me. Furniture doesn't move on its own, but it can hold a building up. And if you underestimate it long enough, it decides who stays standing.